Almost 8 out of 10 young professionals miss the very numbers that decide if they're even ready to invest. Yet just one misstep here can quietly drain $50,000 from your future over 10 years. If the thought of getting started leaves you frozen or confused, this is your moment. Today, you'll discover the 5 simple numbers that separate confident investors from those always feeling behind. Most people think investing is about picking stocks or chasing the market. But that's where they're dead wrong. Your financial destiny comes down to mastering these 5 numbers before you invest a single dollar. I'll show you exactly what they are and how you can calculate your own in under 1 hour. Stick with me because once you know these 5, investing turns from stress to clarity, and you'll already be ahead of 76% of your peers. Let's jump in. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. Nothing here is financial advice or an individualized investing recommendation. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Please consult a licensed financial advisor for guidance specific to your situation. Let's set a quick baseline. When you heard investing, did images of stressful stock tickers, complex financial charts, or legendary Wall Street traders pop into your mind? It's normal. But let me challenge that thinking. Your biggest financial power move actually starts long before the market. Picture this. 76% of young professionals, maybe you included, can't name more than 2 numbers that signal when they're ready to invest. Yet missing even one can mean missing out on $50,000 or more over the next decade. What if I told you that all the market research and stock tips in the world are secondary to these 5 numbers I'm about to show you? Let's pull back the curtain right now and peek at all 5. Because I want you to think of this like your new financial operating system. Here they are. 1. Your true savings rate. 2. Your monthly core expenses. 3. Your debt-to-income ratio. 4. Your employer match value. 5. Your net pay optimization. These 5 numbers are not just math. They represent the line between feeling lost in money chaos and stepping into real financial control. Think of them as your own speedometer, parachute, map, bonus, and control panel. I'll break down each one, how to calculate them, the impact they have, and here's a promise: real stories and examples so you can see yourself in each step. Now, before we dive into number 1, here's something to remember. Most people obsess about beating the market, but the true goal should be beating the paycheck-to-paycheck trap. We want to break free from chaos, gain mental clarity, and invest with enough confidence so you never feel outnumbered by your own anxiety. To get there, we start at the foundation. Let's kick things off with number 1, your true savings rate. Your true savings rate is not just a budgeting concept. It's the speed dial for building the life you actually dream of. It might shock you to learn, but according to the latest Bureau of Economic Analysis report, the average American saves just 6% of their take-home pay, a rate so slow you'll practically be crawling to retirement. Imagine you earn $100,000 a year and save 6%. That's $6,000. Now compare that to a friend earning $50,000 but saving 30%, which is $15,000 set aside. Despite making half as much, that friend is building wealth over 2.5 times faster. Think about that the next time you equate high income with real financial progress. Here's where you take action. Open up NerdWallet's free savings calculator and add up every dollar you truly save each month. not just what you hope you're saving. Take your total monthly savings, divide it by your take-home pay, and multiply by 100. That's your percentage. For most, this will land well below the recommended 15 to 20% target consistently preached by seasoned financial advisors, especially for retirement goals. Here's an eye-opener. If you're saving just 6%, you're stuck in the slow lane to retirement, and your future investment portfolio is likely to reflect that sluggish progress. I want you to do this right now, or at least jot yourself a note. Comment your true savings rate below. Are you above or below the national average? Use this as your starting benchmark. Every day you put off checking this number is another day that you lose precious time and potential compounding gains. Let me show you how powerful this is with Sarah's story. Sarah is 29 and a public school teacher who never tracked her savings rate. She started out with $1,400 left over from her $4,000 take-home pay each month. Inspired after learning about these numbers, she set up an auto transfer to a high-yield savings account. In just 3 months, her true savings rate soared from 9% to 21%, almost $10,000 saved a year compared to her old approach. Sarah said she finally started sleeping well at night, knowing she was getting ahead instead of just surviving. If you doubt you can turn things around quickly, use Sarah's story as proof that it's always the right time to start. Now let's move to number 2, your monthly core expenses. Here's a question for you. Do you know the bare minimum you need every month just to keep the lights on, stay in your home, and eat? This isn't about your lattes, streaming services, or nights out. We're talking about rent, utilities, minimum loan payments, and basic groceries. This number is your safety net, your financial parachute. And, crucially, it dictates the size of your emergency fund. The rule here is clear. An emergency fund should cover at least 6 months of your core expenses, stashed in a high-yield savings account. Let's keep it concrete. If your core costs are $2,500 per month, your emergency fund target is $15,000. This is non-negotiable. Anything less and you're building your financial future on quicksand. The first real crisis, a medical bill, car repair, or job loss, could force you to sell investments at a loss, sabotaging all your hard work. Find your number. Use Bankrate's Emergency Fund Calculator. List your core expenses down to the last dollar. Set your 6-month target. If you realize your cushion is thin or missing, don't panic. Just commit to building it, one deposit at a time. This single focus can transform anxiety into calm almost overnight. Grab your bank statement and check these first 2 numbers side by side. What's your true savings rate? What's your emergency fund coverage? If either number stings a bit, this is your wake-up call to turn up the speed or build your parachute. Pause for a second. Calculate your own. And then comment below which number surprised you more. You'll see honest answers from other viewers. And you're not alone if you feel behind. Most people are. But the next number will show you why that feels so persistent for so many. Ready? It's time for number 3. Your debt-to-income ratio. Let's get honest. High-interest debt, especially credit cards, is the #1 wealth killer for Americans. You've probably heard that the market can return 7 to 10% a year over decades. But what's often ignored is the cost of debt, especially credit card debt. which commands 18, 20, even 25% interest rates. Let's break this down with real math. If you invest $1,000 in a stock fund that delivers 8%, you're up $80 for the year. But if you owe $1,000 on a card at 20% interest, you lose $200. Net result, you're down $120, and no market wisdom can bail you out. So, what's the fix? For almost everyone watching, the smartest first investment is paying off high-interest, non-deductible debt. That's a risk-free, tax-free return equal to the interest rate. So if you pay off a credit card at 22%, you've just netted a 22% return, which you're unlikely to find in any other asset class. Remember, this is educational only, not financial advice. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Consult a licensed financial advisor for your specific situation. Take ownership. Go to Experian's free DTI calculator. Enter every single monthly debt payment and your pre-tax monthly income. Write down that debt-to-income percentage and take note of your interest rates. Don't avoid it. Every month you wait, interest compounds against your future. Let's give you a real-world story. Mike, a 33-year-old designer, found his DTI was an eye-opening 60%. With $1,500 sent to debt each month, Mike felt trapped. Over 6 months, he consolidated credit cards and tracked spending fiercely, pulling his DTI down to 35%. Suddenly, his monthly payments fell to $900, saving $7,200 a year. Beyond the math, Mike got back his weekends, his mental peace, and his sense of control. That's the magic of facing these numbers head on. Here's your checkpoint. Pause here, run your own DTI on Experian, list out your debts and rates, and comment "Done" when you're back. What's your number? If you're over 43%, the threshold most lenders use, you know you've got a target. We're now moving into real acceleration phase. If you've stuck with me and finished 3 numbers, hit the like button. You're already ahead of 76% of your peers, according to national averages. On to number 4, your employer match value, the easiest money you'll ever make. If your job gives you a 401k or similar plan with a match, say 50 cents per dollar up to 6%, this is a 50% return before the market touches your money with 0 risk. No other investment, no real estate deal, no side hustle offers such upside with absolutely no downside risk. And yet millions leave this free money unclaimed, distracted by the latest stock tip or complicated app. Here's your simple metric. Are you contributing enough to get 100% of your employer's match? If your answer isn't a confident yes, stop what you're doing right after this video and fix it. Log into your HR portal or use the contribution wizard attached to your retirement plan. Make sure you claim your full match every single paycheck. Every missed dollar is lost forever, and lost compounding too. Before we move to the final number, here's a quick question. Are you capturing your full employer match? Comment yes if you're already maxed out, or not yet if you have work to do. This simple act unlocks a personal bonus you can never recapture if you miss it even once. And now for number 5. The deal breaker even the pros can miss. Your net pay optimization. This is the real control panel. Your gross income is a headline figure you can't spend. Your net pay, the amount after taxes and deductions, is where you pull every real lever. This is where you stop leaving free money on the table and start playing offense. Are you funneling money into a HSA if you have one? Are you making the most of Roth versus traditional account options? Are you reviewing benefit elections to avoid overpaying for insurance? Have you adjusted your direct deposit or tax withholdings correctly? Use Paycheck City's Net Pay Calculator. Plug in your numbers. See exactly what lands in your account each pay period. Optimize that number. Adjust withholdings, split deposits, compare health plan options, and make sure every dollar flows where it serves you best. This is also where you step into your true power as an earner. Knowing your core expenses and savings rate, you can negotiate salary from a position of confidence, no longer forced to accept anything. You're building not just a paycheck, but a financial engine that runs for you by design, not by default. Pause and run your pay through Paycheck City. Then comment whether your net pay surprised you and if you spotted any wasted dollars. It's your money. Optimizing even $100 per month can mean $1,200 more working for you every year. Let's pull it all together. Here's the 5-number checklist. The operating system for confident, stress-free investing. True savings rate. Your speed dial. The faster, the better. Monthly core expenses. Your parachute. Protect yourself before you fly. Debt-to-income ratio. The leak. Patch it so progress isn't lost. Employer match value. Your free money. Never leave it behind. Net pay optimization. Your command center for building wealth. Now, take action. Download my free 5 numbers checklist and calculator pack. Link is in the description. It has the worksheet and a ready-made spreadsheet. Commit 1 hour this weekend to writing down your 5 numbers. Post them on your mirror, stick them in your wallet, or make them your phone lock screen. What gets measured in your finances truly gets mastered. Every day you delay this process is another day of lost opportunity. Compounding works for you, but only when you start now. Take that first step. Calculate your numbers. Comment below with your biggest surprise or challenge. Our community learns fastest together. And remember, changing your savings and investment behaviors can impact both your taxes and your liquidity. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. This is education, not advice. Consult a professional before making changes to your investment or retirement plan. To recap, 1. Tonight, calculate your true savings rate. Compare it to that 6% national average. 2. List your monthly core expenses and set a 6-month emergency fund target. 3. Run your debt-to-income ratio with Experian. Write down the number and dates. 4. Log into your HR portal and confirm you're maximizing your employer match. 5. Run your take-home through Paycheck City. Tweak your withholdings and see what you can optimize next payday. Don't forget there's a downloadable checklist and spreadsheet waiting for you in the description. Spend 1 hour this weekend building your new financial foundation. Because once you know and track these 5 numbers, you're no longer a passive observer. You're the architect of your financial future. Subscribe to Jim Invests and turn on notifications, because in the next video, I'm breaking down exactly what to do with your first stress-free investing dollar, including the best options for first-time investors, their pros and cons, and the numbers every beginner needs to see. Drop a comment with your top money question for 2024, and I'll answer my favorites in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jim, and this is Jim Invests. See you soon. Let's recap. Your financial confidence and peace of mind come from mastering these 5 critical numbers before you ever invest. We covered your true savings rate, your actual speed to wealth, your monthly core expenses, the foundation for your emergency fund, your debt-to-income ratio, where the financial leaks live, and how to stop them, your employer match value, which is your guaranteed risk-free return, and your net pay optimization, where you get true control. Follow this checklist. 1. Calculate your true savings rate tonight and measure it against the 6% national average. 2. Itemize your monthly core expenses and set a goal for a 6-month emergency fund. 3. Compute your debt-to-income ratio, prioritize high-interest debt, and track progress monthly. 4. Log into your HR portal this week and maximize your employer match. 5. Adjust your withholdings using Paycheck City for best net pay. And don't forget to check for any leaking dollars from unnecessary benefits. If you do these steps, you'll see results. The mental clarity and peace of mind within weeks. Bigger progress, like a fully funded emergency fund or debt reduction, may take 3 to 12 months. But every calculated number moves you closer to your goals. Download the 5 numbers checklist and calculator pack in the description to make this process quick and easy. Print it, fill it out, and keep it visible so you won't forget. Start tracking tonight. Post your numbers as your new financial North Star. Share your surprises, wins, or questions below. I'd love to feature your journey in a future video, and so will our community. Remember, changing your savings and investment plan can have tax and liquidity implications. This content is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not personalized financial advice or a guarantee of future results. Always consult a licensed advisor for your situation. Past performance does not indicate future success. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to Jim Invests. Next time, I'll walk you step by step through what to do with your first optimized investing dollar, plus my top index fund picks for 2024, the exact risk numbers you must know, and beginner mistakes to avoid. Comment your top financial question for 2024 below. And remember to grab your free checklist and spreadsheet via the link